Okay, so we have one more piece of fringe to cut. I'm just going to show you how I do the last piece. It's not, yeah. So I just go like that. But that's why I like the extra. If you make your last piece of fringe on the edge, it's hard to cut. And then, so here, okay, so here, I just follow that line and bring it all the way up and make it follow into that curve there. Right there. Okay. And then I'll just take it and flip it over on the next leg.
What? Why?
So I'll just take it and flip it over on the next leg and make the angle of the fringe that I start with the same as the angle of this fringe, and then cut that leg out, and then we'll be ready to cut fringe on the top. Okay, so I punched my holes there and there. I just used my dividers to mark them. I did a odd number that makes my tail hang out there. I use this, the number 10 oblong punch. Okay, this is my top fringe that I'm working on. I just measured down 3.5 inches. Then I lay that tape right against that ruler and we'll cut the fringe on the top. Okay, so here's my fringe for my top. I just go straight up to that line, and then when I'm done, I'll just take that tape off. I just use it as a guide for now, and I like to make the top fringe a little bit smaller than the fringe on the body of the shaps. Okay, so I don't know. We have the buckle goes on the left leg. I have the fringe all laid out here. This is his belt and the chinks. So I mark the center, and then depending on the size of the person, if they're not real big, I'll put 6 inches in between. If they're a little bigger, I'll go 7 to 8 inches in between the front of the shaps, if that makes sense. I'm gonna glue these and then I'll come back and try to show you. Okay, so I got it all glued up. I like to put the body of the chinks in between the belt and the fringe. Yeah. The other thing, when I'm gluing things, I have this fan up here I like to turn on. A lot of saddle makers kind of have the shakes, and some people think it's because of the glue that we use. The other thing, I'm going to put these clamps on here just to help, like that. And I only have 3 of them, so I'll just do the best I can. But I think it will help hold them together. I'm going to go sew them. I'll show you a little bit of that. Okay, we're here at the sewing machine. I don't really know what to say. I just sew them back stitch, the first one, and then just go make sure that everything, I try to make sure this is all lined up as I go. Okay, one thing when I'm sewing, I do like to make sure everything's kind of nice and neat. Then I don't accidentally sew over some of this fringe. Sometimes this fringe from the belt will get under there, and so if it's all laid out as I'm sewing, it helps. Okay, so we got the first stitch line down. I'm just doing this the second one, and then we will lace the legs together and they'll be done. Okay, here they are all stitched together, and the top fringe, I just folded it over. All I need to do is lace this. The one thing I will say I didn't do on this pair, but I try to do, is I try to bring this all the way up here so that the guys' ropes don't catch on it when they're roping. The other thing is, on a women's pair, instead of flipping them over, I usually try to make this apron right here so it lines up right here and it doesn't fold there at the top, to create that one less layer. So I'm going to lace the legs, and these are done.